Hi, Norman. I think the rest are joining. Jordy tried, but he had the other Google.
Yeah, the video call just doesn't work, or the regular Hangout. There's Jordy and Linda. So Chad should be here. Hi, Linda.
Hey. What's everyone doing?
This week's a busy week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what other classes are you taking?
I'm taking managerial accounting, the B283, starting a small business, and statistics and business analysis.
And is the business statistics and analysis tough?
That's a hard class.
And what about managerial accounting?
That's not too bad. It's actually, to me, it's easier than financial accounting.
Oh, that's good.
I found that too. I thought it was easier too.
So, did any of you guys take the business fundamentals class? I see that it's a 3-unit class. Is that really like a 3-unit class? Because I remember I took the B100, and it was a 1-unit class, and that seemed like it had a lot of workload.
That's the one.
I think I've taken
1, 2, right?
I think the number's 211, if that helps. But it said business fundamentals.
I think there's 2 of those, like Business Fundamentals 1 and Business Fundamentals 2. I thought the first one was harder than the second.
Okay.
So I think depending on which one it is that you're doing.
Are you almost done, Linda?
Oh, yeah.
I have about 8 classes after this semester. So I should be done mid-next year or so.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, it seems like forever, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I pulled up I save all my work. So B211 is you do the CAPSIM simulation. That was really fun.
It was fun, but it was very stressful too. Maybe because I didn't get it like the first few weeks, so I was like drowning.
Yeah, so let's see. Week 1 is week 3 was ratios, week 4 accounting, week 5 leadership and management, week 6 ethics, week 8 productivity, marketing, entrepreneur, shareholders presentation. Yeah, I really like the Compact Sim and the.
What was the Compact Sim?
What it is it's an online business simulation, and you basically start out with a company. Well, they start off with like one company gets split into 6 equal companies. So you're on a team. Well, they do individual rounds, and then you do a team round. So you're on a team, and you have to decide like how to research and develop a product, and like what product you're gonna do, and so you have to spend money on marketing and spend money on research, and then basically at the end of each round is each round is a year. So at the end of the year, you see, what kind of market share you have, what kind of profits you did, and so you're competing against these other people or teams that started out just where you were.
Oh.
It's a really fun class. I'm taking it right now.
I could have done without it.
Mhm.
I get to boast. I got one of the highest scores for one of the rounds that the teacher had ever seen. So
Oh, wow.
it's like out of
Yeah,
1,000, I got like a 984.
oh my gosh.
It was
That
in
is
the T
really
round.
good. Wow.
The kind of secret to it is play to the points. Do everything you can to get every possible point, even if it may not make the most business sense in the real world. You know, like borrow money even if you don't need it, that type of thing.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure it out and to also know that you could see like the forecast of what your numbers kind of sort of would look like points wise.
Right.
It took me a while to figure that out, so it wasn't until like the end of the class that I was like, oh, and then I started doing really well, but it was at the end of the class, like pointless.
Yeah.
So is there a tool that does the forecast? Is that what you were looking at?
Yeah, it's a whole database thing. So you plug in the numbers and then you can check and then you can look to see kind of a forecast what, increasing your price point would do to your profit. But if you increase your price point too much, then the customers won't buy the product and you'll end up with extra inventory.
Yeah, there's so many little details, and it basically gives you where each of those factors would stand if you invest this much and if you spend this much in marketing, if you distribution, or if you launch one more product, how all of that would affect your end of the year results or whatever. But it took me a while to kind of figure it all out.
Okay,
So
so
take your time with the practice rounds. Figure out the software is what I would recommend.
practice.
No, but it's really fun. You're gonna enjoy it. I'm enjoying it a lot right now. So,
Cool.
Good. I'm glad. Oh, we're live already?
I appreciate that, guys. Do we have chat? No, we don't have chat yet. We just start.
I'll send him another invite here if it helps.
Okay, chat's running late, he says. Should we get started without chat, or should we wait for him?
Yeah, we can go ahead and get started. We'll catch him up.
Okay. I think it was Chad or not last time, but I think it was going to be Chad's turn, but I could take it this week. And Chad can do it another week.
Okay. This week didn't seem as hard.
It didn't, thank goodness.
Yeah. Now, the first one I was a little confused on, but I think I got it. In the aggregate demand, aggregate supply model, the economy's price level is assumed to be variable, unlike in the aggregate expenditures model. D is in a dog.
Hold on a second. I think. What is going on? I'm sorry, I did the quiz earlier and it's pulling up an entirely different one. What week are we on?
Week 8.
Oh, okay, good. I pulled up the wrong one. Okay, sorry, go ahead. Yes.
Somebody has some feedback going.
Yeah.
Okay, can you go again? Yeah, I thought it was D too.
That was D?
I think so, variable, unlike the aggregate expenditures model.
That's
Okay.
what I have.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Number 2, the aggregate demand curve shows the inverse relationship between the price level and the quantity of real GDP purchased. Is that what you had?
Which is A?
Yeah, A. Sorry.
That's what I have.
Yes.
Number 3, the foreign purchases, interest rate, and real balances effects explain why A, aggregate demand curve is downward sloping.
That's what I had.
Me too.
Okay, number 4. Refer to the graph above, which shows an aggregate demand curve. If the price level decreases from 200 to 100, the real output demanded will increase by 200 billion.
That's what I had.
Yep.
Me too. So B is in boy.
Okay.
All right. So number 5, an aggregate supply curve represents the relationship between the price level and the production of real domestic output. B is in boy.
Yep, that's what I had.
Yes.
The slope of the immediate short-run aggregate supply curve is based on the assumption that A, both input and output prices are fixed, I think.
That's what I have. It's horizontal.
Okay.
Me too.
All right. Number 7, the upward slope of the short-run aggregate supply curve is based on the assumption that A, wages and other resource prices do not respond to price level changes.
I did not understand this one.
Is that because the inputs are fixed? In the short run?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what I had too. I think it was in section 12.3.
I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, your supplier doesn't care whether you increase or decrease your prices. They're going to charge the same for the gas and electricity and whatever.
So then it's A then, right?
Yeah, 7 is A is in apple.
Okay. I'll do number 8. The long run aggregate supply curve is, and I'm not sure, guys. I think it's upward sloping and becomes flatter. B?
No.
But then it's vertical.
Yeah, it's vertical. Remember, short run is horizontal. The one in the middle is upward sloping, and then the long run is vertical.
So it kind of sort of moves counterclockwise? Is that what's happening?
Kind of looks that way, though. Number 9, the short-run version of aggregate supply assumes that product prices are, B as in boy, flexible, while resource prices are fixed.
That's what I had.
Yep.
All right.
Number 10, an increase in personal income tax rates will cause a decrease or shift left in aggregate demand. A.
That's what I had.
Yep. 11. An expected increase in the price of consumer goods in the near future will, I put B, increase or shift right in aggregate demand now.
That's what I had.
Me too.
Okay, number 12. If the national incomes of our trading partners increase, then our increases. Is it C? I'm trying to think about it here real quick. I haven't looked at these yet, but is does the exports increase or decrease?
If
I put
people
D.
in, hey Chad, he's frozen.
Yeah, the national income is section 12.2, but I had D, aggregate demand increases because net exports increase.
Yeah, because if people in other countries have more money, they'll have more money to buy our exports. So when our
Okay,
exports increase, then the aggregate demand increases.
okay.
Should we wait for Chad? Looks like
He's muted.
Oh yeah.
Now
Hello?
it's unmuted. Are
Chad?
you there, Chad?
Hasn't moved an inch.
I think that's just his profile picture.
There he is.
There we go.
Hi, Chad.
Hey, Chad.
Can you hear us, Chad?
I don't think so.
Do you see him? I still have a frozen.
I can see him. I can see his live picture.
Yeah, I don't know if Chad can hear us.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll do 13. Well, is he there?
I think he's going to try again.
Okay. Well, 13, while he comes back, a fall in prices of inputs will shift the aggregates supply curve rightward.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
Okay.
Um, 14, an increase in productivity will B, increase aggregate supply.
Yep. Are we waiting for Chad? I mean, we only have 5 questions.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Chad, can you hear us?
Or just type in the chat if you can hear us.
Do sign language.
Ooh.
You added the Google effects.
Eh. Can't tell what that is.
I don't know.
My Connect thing just kicked me off.
Oh, really?
It did that to me last week.
That's weird.
Yeah. Just like going from one question to the other, now I'm back to the assignment list. Let me see.
Okay. Well, shall I do 15?
Hopefully it saved everything.
It should.
What was 14? What was 14? I just want to make sure because I haven't entered it yet.
B as in boy.
Was it C?
Increase. Oh, I had increase aggregate supply.
That's what I had too.
On 14?
Yes.
I had something to. Let me get back in here.
I know that productivity is total output divided by total inputs.
Wait, 14 was C? Or what?
I said B.
So did I. I know that 12.4 is where they talk about productivity. And I know that productivity is a determinant of supply, so I didn't think it had anything to do with demand. Because it was one of those shifters or whatever they called them. Norman, why did you think it was C?
Let me get to. Okay, an increase in productivity will. Okay, so we know it will increase aggregate supply. Will it increase aggregate demand as well? I guess.
Well, if you do something twice as fast, I don't know why people would want it twice as fast.
Yeah, I think just because you can.
But if it
produce
increases
more.
supply, won't that increase the demand too? Kind of a pull effect.
I mean, unless it creates sort of a price decrease, but I don't see how those two could be. I mean, you can make. I don't think that they would be so related that more supply would pull more demand.
And they didn't mention.
But it would also lower the price, and lowering the price increases demand.
But they didn't list productivity.
Lower the price.
Also, though, a lower price doesn't necessarily mean more demand.
All right, I'll go with B. Whoever submits it.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, demand, yeah, because when the price decreases, the demand increases at that price point. All right, so I'll put B, but we'll see when it gets submitted.
Okay. Refer to the figure above. If excuse me, if the AD1 shifts to AD2, then the equilibrium outputs. By looking at it, I think it's D increases from Q1 to Q2 while the price level rises from P1 to P2. D as in dog.
That's what I had.
That's what I have.
Okay.
16. If aggregate supply shifts from AS1 to AS2, then the price level will C, increase, and real domestic output will decrease.
That's what I have.
C.
That's what I have.
Yep.
Yeah. 17. Disinflation refers to a situation where the rate of inflation falls, but the price level does not. C is in cat.
This one was also a little tricky. I put A.
Well, I think part of it is that the rate in inflation has to do with disinflation. Why I put C was that I thought the price level was sticky downward.
The reason why I put C was because disinflation is not deflation. Deflation is when inflation goes down. Disinflation just means like 1 year it's 5%, the next year it's 4%, the next year it's 3%. So there's still inflation, and when there's inflation, the prices don't go down. So
Okay.
it's just not as, it's just the rate of inflation is going down, but the prices aren't. You'd have to have deflation to have prices go down.
I see. Okay. I can go with C.
Okay, if 18 will come up, I'll do 18.
Oh,
Okay, menu cost will, I put D, make prices inflexible downward.
I put B just to put something. I did not understand it.
Yeah, I put D because they were given the example of a menu and the different prices, and they're waiting to see if the recession would be short-lived because they have all these other costs to make the change on the menu. So they don't really want to make the prices go down. They want to wait out the recession.
Yeah.
And Norman,
So
what do
you
you
think it's what?
D is in dog because it said
But how
firms
does that make prices inflexible downward?
there was some I saw that said firms that think a recession will be relatively reluctant to cut their price. And none of the others even talk. They're not training any workers, and it has nothing to do with minimum wage. So just kind of eliminating them too. I came up with D.
Okay.
So let's just confirm, you think it's D as in dog?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there an echo now?
David, you're kind of cutting out.
Yeah, because it seems like it repeats me sometimes. Okay,
D
can
as
you guys
in
still hear
dog?
me?
Shake your head yes or no.
Oh. Yes.
It's cutting out a little bit.
You guys, yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Okay, so we'll go with D.
So if you agree with D as in dog,
Yes.
Dave, that looked like a P, but I think that's a
Okay.
D.
Silence is bit.
Uh-oh. There he is. Okay. So 19. If at a particular price level, real output from producers is greater than real output from greater than real output desired by purchasers, then there will be a general B surplus and the price level will fall.
That's what I had.
Okay.
All right, number 20, the table below shows the aggregate demand and aggregate supply schedules for a hypothetical economy. Refer to the table above, the equilibrium price out, and output levels will be, I put B, 200, and 6,000.
Yep, that's what I put.
Did you say
Can
B?
you guys hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you fine.
Oh, so Chad can hear me. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Sorry about that.
All right. Right on time, Chet. Who's gonna submit it?
Are we over?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I can hear
Yes.
Okay, good. I submitted it, what we had, and we got 100%.
you. Yay.
All right.
Can we review?
Yes. So, if you guys can still hear me, 1, D is in dog.
Just a second.
Okay.
Un momento. Just a second.
Okay, guys, I gotta cut out because I gotta go.
Okay,
Thank you,
see
and I'll
you,
see
Jordy.
you.
All right.
Good luck on
Have
your
a good
test.
week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jordy.
Bye.
1, D is in dog.
Okay. 2, A is in apple. 3, A is in apple. 4,
Technical difficulties. Sorry.
what's that?
Sorry, got technical difficulties.
Okay.
1, D is in dog. 2, A is in apple.
Yes.
3, D is in dog.
For which one?
3.
No.
Oh,
A is in apple for 3.
okay, thanks. 4.
B is in boy.
Thank you.
5, B is in boy.
Thank you.
6, A is in apple. 7, A is in apple.
I see a pattern.
8, D is in dog. 9, B is in boy. 10, A is in apple. 11, B is in boy. 12, D is in dog. 13, C is in Charlie.
Ooh.
14, B is in boy. 15, D is in dog. 16, C is in Charlie. 17, C is in Charlie. 18, D is in dog. 19, B is in boy. And 20, B is in boy.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Chad.
I'm sorry I was late to the game. You know, I walked in during the last.
Just before the submit.
Yeah.
Well, next week I think you'll get the group quiz to submit.
Okay.
And is there anything else anyone else has or wants to discuss?
Has anybody done the exam yet?
No. I'll leave that for Friday night.
I started on the homework, so.
Mm-hmm.
Was the homework like the group quiz?
Kind of. There's a lot more, calculating things and drawing on their graphs and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
But yeah, not too bad. I had to brush up on how to figure out productivity and if the costs went down. One of them I sat there for like 20 minutes trying to figure out why it was saying I was wrong. Like if the productivity increases by 100%, what does that do to your input costs? And I had rounded it to 2 numbers, and then I finally read the stupid little note that says round to 3 numbers. And that's right. So no matter how many times that happens, you just kick yourself for not reading the directions.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I will stop